Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the main features of NCF. NCF is nothing but National Curriculum Framework of 2005. So our today's content is introduction, then main features of NCF 2005. So in those features, social context will be first, then learning and knowledge, then third is the primacy of the active learner, then the learners in context, then development and learning, sixth is curriculum and practice, and the last one is critical pedagogy. So let's see the introduction. National Curriculum Framework is a system of education that is developed keeping in mind the geographical and cultural diversity as well as the social environment. So here, as we know that in India we are having the cultural diversity and we are having the different geographical situations also in the all over India. So the National Curriculum Framework is not only making for us particular area or some particular state or some particular district. They were making the NCF for the whole India. So for that they keep in their mind the difference, different kind of culture, different kind of geography, and the different kind of social environment of the India. The next is main features of NCF 2005. So it includes the social context, then learning and knowledge, then the primacy of the active learners, learners in context, development and learning, curriculum and practice, then critical pedagogy. We are going to discuss these many main features of NCF 2005. So let's see the social context. Students belonging from disadvantaged sections of the society living in rural areas are especially vulnerable. Vulnerable conditions due to the inadequate educational system. The gender bias running along with the families also is a major problem as it acts as a deterrent for the girls who want to go to the school but they are not able to attend education because their parents believe that educating a girl child is of no real value. After all, ultimately they would be married off. So here in our Indian country, country like India, we are having the so many differences in our society. Some of the societies are encouraging the education of our children, but some of them are not encouraging the education of the children, especially for the girl child. And as well as here we can see the some of the societies are not encouraging the education for the boys also, those who are the tribal communities and those who are the from the low hierarchy in the society. So they were thinking that what they will do if they will get the education. The boys have to do the business. Then why they should get the education? So for that reason they are not sending the boys to the schools. But for the girls, they were telling that they are get off and they will get the married only. Then why they should get the education? So that's why the Indian families are not encouraging the education in India. So for bringing those students also to the schools, the NCF have implemented some rules and regulations. The next is learning and knowledge. Learning should be facilitated in such a way that is attracts the attention of the students rather than confining to the age-old traditional methods of education. New approaches should be sought sought out. An educational ERP software could be introduced for minimizing the hassles in the teaching learning journey. So, as we all know that the teaching learning process is continuous from the Vedic time, but in the traditional way they were using only the lecture method. Only the teacher is giving the knowledge to the children. They are not using the different methods like the discussion methods. They are not given the like project method. They are not using. So like that they are only using the one method. So now the NCF 2005 told that the teacher should not use the traditional method. They have to approach the new method by which the student can attract to the learning. And they can use the new software, that is ERP software also they can use in their teaching and learning process. Then next is the primacy of the active learners. Schools and institutions are the medium through which the students get to know about society, their culture, and the world around them. This formal process of learning is significant because it helps to inculcate knowledge, but the responsibility of understanding and related to the world are stunted if the methodologies are antiquated and uninspiring. So here in the institution or the schools only are the way to know or to aware the students about the surrounding world, surrounding culture, or they are only the way to give the knowledge to the children. But here if the teacher will use the good way of teaching, and they will use the different kind of methodologies, and they will inspire the children, then only the children can take the interest and they will success in that subject, and they can achieve, or the teacher can achieve the objectives, and they will the children can learn the effectively in the particular subject. The next is learners in context. Creating a learning environment that is based on fear, extreme discipline, and stress can only lead to inadequate learning. At the same time, curriculum load and examination related stress can lead to further problems. All of these should be addressed properly. So here the teacher should not create, or the teacher should not tell the student that exam is a burden or exam is a fearful thing for the students. The teacher should have to take it in a good way, and they have to make for the student as a like it should not, the student should not feel the burden of the examination. In such way the teacher have to teach, and the teacher have to conduct the FAs which can prepare the student for the examination properly. Along with academics, physical development should also be a priority, and for that participation in formal, informal play, yoga and other sports related activity should be encouraged. So in the schools with the academics, the school should conduct the physical development classes also. It can be a yoga class, it can be a physical activities, or it can be a sports related activities. So they have to encourage the academics as well as the physical activities also, and the physical development is also important for our children. The next is development and learning. Keeping in mind that the period from infancy to adulthood is a period of growth and challenge. Hence, the National Curriculum Framework for School Education also takes into account the holistic development of the students. Learning needs to be paced which could allow the students to understand the core concepts as per their understanding. So, from the infancy till the adulthood, the student is will be there in the school only. So their growth, their development, whatever changes will be there, it is happening in the school only. The school is familiar with the development and the growth of our children. So the school should make the whatever needs is there for the children, they have to take care of that, and according to that only the school should make the curriculum, and they should make the like syllabus also. The teacher have to select the syllabus or the curriculum which is suitable for the student, and the teacher should make that the basic concepts also the children should understand very well. Then only she can go for the next step or for the next part of the chapter. Until the students know the basic concept, they cannot develop and they cannot grow in a proper way in that particular subject. And next is curriculum and practice. Within the classroom, collaborative learning should be facilitated will provide the opportunity for sharing for interchange of multiple views and opinions. Various pedagogical tools such as school ERP with online assessment system must be implemented for enriching learning experience, such as interactive discussion and the quiz sessions. So whatever curriculum practice will be there, that should be in a multiple way, not only one way. Like if the teacher is conducting exam through the whole year, the teacher only should conducting exam means the children can also get bored of it, and they will sometimes they will read, and sometimes they will prepare for the exam, sometimes they will not, because they are fed up with the writing examination. So for that the teacher have to conduct some online assessments also. Like for example, teacher can make a group and give them a topic, and she can tell them to do the interactive discussion on this particular topic, and teacher should be there to judge them. Then the teacher can conduct the quiz between the two groups. Like that also the teacher can assess the children with the different practices, and it can cover the curriculum also, and teacher can get the objective, and she can fulfill her objective of teaching, and the learner can also learn the curriculum through these practices. The next is critical pedagogy. Teacher and student engagement is important within the classroom, as it helps to improve participatory learning. The role of the teacher is to create a safe and inclusive environment for the students to express themselves freely without having to worry about being judged. So in this critical pedagogy, the teacher have to make an environment like the student should not fear to give the answer to the teacher. Whatever question if she asks, they should be ready to give the answer. They should not feel like fear in the classroom, and they should not feel hesitate to give the answer in front of the others. When it will happen? When the teacher will not insult the students in front of the class, and the teacher should encourage the students when they will give the good answer. At the time only it will happen. So the student can feel free and they can take actively participation in the classroom.